Welcome back to the Stahl Racing vlog. Myself and Dad out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which can mean one thing. It is the 2024 Spring Nationals. Like 500 plus entries. It's pretty wild. I mean, it's huge. I'm running the Masters class. Old man is running in Legends. We got our chariots all prepared here. Just excited. Yesterday, so today's Saturday, so Friday we had practice, but it rained all day. Rained, it was cold, and didn't get much from it. So today is a warm-up, which is going on now. Too wet, not gonna do it. So we're gonna be flying into qualifying, hoping that it's dry. So we get qualifying the 2 heat races today. So thank you everyone for watching, and if you haven't already, move down there, click that little subscribe button. We got a meeting of the minds right over my shoulder here. What kind of wisdom do you think they're talking about here, huh? Things that could help change the world? Or are they talking about what brand of prune juice they like best? I don't know. Our whips, do kids say whips anymore? Okay. Our rides for 2024 this year are the familiar Birel Art AM29 2024 edition here. Pretty similar. We got these through our boy Mark Stahl, which I cannot recommend enough, guys. Like, dude is such a wealth of knowledge, and just, you text him, call him with a question, and the dude's gonna get you back some amazing information. So that's been incredible. We've got our boy Gary Lawson power, and there's no one better. Phenomenal, love it. With this cart, the main difference here, in fact I think the only difference on the cart, is the brake components. So I don't have one to compare it to, but this is a new / old system, the banana brakes, but they're bringing them back, and we got a chance to run them yesterday, guys. I like it a lot. We're really looking forward to see what we can do with these Birel Art Lawson powered machines. And yeah, so if you guys have any need for, you know, a cart or engine or supplies, because Gary has all the supplies on his website too, which is lawsonspeedshop.com. But yeah, reach out to Mark if you need anything karting related, or Gary, anything accessory and engine related. We've just had a number of people come by and say hi, watch the videos, and like, from you guys, that's just incredible stuff. Thank you so much. My voice cracks when I think about it, I guess. But yeah, no, that's really incredible stuff. Thank you to everyone that comes up and says hi. We really appreciate it. And if you ever see us, you want to say hi, stop and chat with us. Here we are, starting off a new year. Standing here, looking at the entry to the Carolina Motor Speedway. Walk with Dad. You know, if I can't be at Newcastle, I might as well be in Carolina. But you might wonder why we say that. We've raced here twice before and had zero luck. Really got our fannies handed to us, but came down here this year, you know, just gonna drive hard, just looking at it like a race and seeing where we can go, and nothing has really gone right yet. Yesterday was almost a washout. Got an early morning practice, and we got new carts and new braking system, and I really wanted to see how that works, so I didn't go out hard. I still wouldn't be surprised this weekend if you hear of me locking up the brakes. It's a little different system, and so, you know, an old man needs his confidence, and that's what I used that first session for. And then after that, it just rained all day long, so I didn't go back out in the rain. But you know, where else can you drive 9 hours, be soaking wet, freezing cold for 2 straight days, and because of the people we're spending it with, just have the time of your life? And that's what makes it great. That's why I love go-karting. Great people around here. Carolina Legends class. Let's see where it falls this year. Ready to go. So our pal Jorge, the past 2 years, has had his truck broken into and his window smashed. So we're just being proactive, taking him some cardboard for when it inevitably gets smashed out again. This is for you. And a little kid,
thank you.
Little kid, because it's inevitable. One of these windows is going to be busted out.
I cannot believe last night, to be honest, the truth, I cannot believe last night it didn't break.
I know. Give it tonight. It's happening. It's going to be 3 in a row. So now you're prepared.
Well, I'm ready to go. Thank you. I appreciate this. Thanks, Casey. Gosh.
Andy out-qualified me, man.
Yeah.
So, nice job, though, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Well, guys, qualifying's over. And just pretty much the same story. I just never qualify well. And it's relative. It could have been a lot worse, but I was 20th, or no, excuse me, 19th. It's a stacked field. We've got enough guys where it's split. So I won't actually be starting 19th. I'll be starting up closer to the front in my heat. So just gotta perform in the races and see what I can make of it, I guess. I'm still happy. Like, the car felt good. The car was good. I missed my gearing, that's on me. But mostly it was just my driving. First laps in the dry this year, and just was inconsistent. So we're getting ready to head down for heat 1. Qualifications didn't go quite as well as I'd like. I didn't go out yesterday, so no assured spots, and ran into some traffic on a couple of laps, but really I ended up 27th, and I think I'm a little better than that, but also, you know, it was about my 2nd or 3rd hot lap, and I just made a lot of mistakes, so ends up where it is. Don't like being back in the middle of the pack there. A lot that can go wrong, so hopefully we can avoid some of that and go put in 10 good laps and start to figure some stuff out and maybe move up a little bit, but we'll see. So a little bit of a spoiler alert here as we're lining up for this heat. I'm just going to kind of fly through things. It ends in a big wreck, and it's really bothered me ever since, because the wreck was ultimately my fault. You know, it wasn't even one of those racing deals that you know, as I approached the turn in question, in my mind I was racing, and not until entry did I see a yellow flag. But when you watch the replay, you can see the yellow flag as I'm heading down the back straightaway, and it really is bothersome. It's the first time I think I can remember missing a yellow flag, and so, you know, I'm just having a hard time forgiving myself, and I guess the grace is that nobody else was hurt. Dad, did you go over? Huh? Did you go over?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
We're joining this race 1 lap late. My camera didn't start recording till I noticed it on track. So I started 10th, right here behind Jorge, and you can see he's pretty loose. Doesn't look like that kart's a ton of fun to drive right now. So I'm gonna try to set him up down this back stretch here and pop to the inside here before the left-hand sweeping turn. He hangs tough on the outside and gets washed wide, so that allows me to stay to the inside here and gives me the preferred line in the double left, so I'm able to take that position. The kart was feeling okay. The front had too much grip and the rear was sliding, so that was making it tough to exit corners. Right here, coming through the sweeper, I knew Jorge was behind me. I also knew he was a tooth lower than me on gearing, so I was not surprised to see him pop to the inside. I was able to hold him off, and you'll see he is actually going to lose a spot right here, and that's also going to cost me a spot in this next clip. And here we are, a lap or two later. 23 is going to pop to the inside because I was terrible in that previous hairpin. Just all weekend I was bad. It was pretty frustrating that I couldn't figure that out. The kart was really good through the fast stuff here, but I couldn't hang with people once we got to the slower stuff, so that was frustrating. I started 10th, I finished 8th, and happy with that. Make some changes for Heat Race 2, trying to balance out the kart, and we'll see if that works.
So we had a wreck. Race 1 didn't go as planned. Broadsided somebody, just came around, saw traffic slowing, thought I saw a yellow out of the corner of my eye, but no idea, just kind of went wide. Was carrying some speed, and I think they saw it and I didn't. That's why they didn't carry wide. So wish that wasn't the case. It was just kind of a blind thing, following those people through there. And so anyway, got the side pod, engine, fuel filter's gone. This thing we think we can fix it. Ratted up pretty good. Then we've got the bent axle. Probably can't see it as well as if the tire was on there, but yeah, not a great start. So we'll see what we can do to fix it and get her going.
So a little damage report. First off, starting with the side pod here. Took a pretty good wallop. In fact, I think that might have been what caused them to flip. Part of that tore up the Nerf bar, though. Okay. Our pal Kevin works in machine shop. He said he thinks he can fix that up. Axle's out because it's bent. Slightly afraid it's bent in the middle, but we're gonna go to one of the best guys in the business to straighten it. So up front, something is jacked, but the camber and everything looks to be pretty okay. So if anything's tweaked, it's minor. So getting ready to roll it down to that straightener guy. Hopefully he can straighten out that axle, and we'll see about the kart. Well, what's the old saying about raising a kid? It takes a village. Well, to fix a kart, it takes a village. Of course, they all just scattered. Grab the camera. But we got a squad over here looking to fix Dad's kart up. Just got it back from the table. Shout out to Tiago. It was awesome. And just putting all the final touches on it. The other thing that got jacked up was his recoil there. So we just pulled it from our spare engine. It's coming together. All right. She came back to life. Man, huge shout out to Tony, Corey, Amber, and Kevin. Got Dad back and ready. Now, he won't admit it, but he's beat up after that one. That was a hit, man. So he's gonna give it a try again. Starting at the back. So kart's good, but he's been through it. So let's see what happens. I forgot to mention, we're racing under the lights. There's so many entries, they had to push things into the night, so they got like a ton of lights out here. Pretty cool.
So just, you know, there's not anything here as we approach the second heat, racing wise, that's worth talking about. But what is worth talking about are the friends from Newcastle that checked on me, make sure I was all right throughout the weekend, and those that helped come to get my kart ready to race. Kacy was instrumental in doing the work. We had Corey and Amber Flint, Kevin Scott, Tony McCard. I think Todd Davis and the Monsons were all up and about. So really had a core group there that worked hard to get me back together, and you know, I was optimistic and sat there on the grid. I felt good sitting in the kart seat, but didn't even hardly have to get on the track and in the warm-up before I felt the pressure on my right side. And so anyway, had to come in. Every left-hander I was holding my breath, and in those turns where normally you can go full out, I wasn't doing so because it was hurting. So couldn't tough it out like I thought I might be able to, and that was disappointing, especially for all the great help I got. But thanks to that crew, and I really appreciate it. And hopefully here in a few weeks we'll get back out on the track and see what that kart's got in it for sure.
Rolling into Heat Race 2 here under the lights, which was really cool. Appreciate all the effort that Cup Karts and Charlotte Motor Speedway went through to accommodate everyone, because it was a massive field. I'm starting right behind Jamie here in the 118. Shout out to Jamie. He was fast all weekend. Saw a lot of his bumper, and usually from a distance. So here we get off to a nice clean start. Gonna be going too wide for most of this lap, just trying to sort things out. And I'm trying to find a spot for me to slot in. It's just not working out, and I get kind of checked up here, so I'm going to lose a spot. And we're going down towards the big sweeper. Again, still going to go too wide through this stuff. But everyone was driving nice and respectful like, so we keep it clean. But I'm on the outside here in this double left. I already know I'm going to lose a spot, which I do. Try to slot in. The kart was just, oh man, the changes I made, it was not good, guys. It was bad. I tightened that kart up so much. I mean, I was seeking to balance it out, which it did balance it, because then I cranked in a ton of grip all over the track, or all over the kart. I mean, front and back, it was just glued. And so I struggled with the kart, and then probably the most frustrating thing is my driving did not adapt to drive the kart the way it should have. And you'll see in this, like, I mean, I just paid the price right there. I was bad in that hairpin. That was nothing new, and I'm going to lose 2 spots there. I did not adapt my driving to the kart, and it's very tough to watch. So I just moved backwards this whole race. So right there you can see, I mean, it's just bad driving. Yeah, that's frustrating. You know, what if I could have it back? I know I could do some things differently with hindsight, but that's the benefit of hindsight, I suppose. So yeah, I just struggled in this race, and right here Alex is going to pop to the inside, and you know, he wasn't quite there, so I was able to hold that spot. But I started in 8th, and I fell back 3 spots, finished in 11th. And look at that driving, just too shallow. Yeah, guys, it's painful to watch. Why I didn't realize it in the kart, but I didn't. So I went from 8th, finished 11th. Move on to the final tomorrow.
Tried to go in Heat Race 2 and really knew quickly that the ribs were sore, so held my breath through a lap, and I was just off the pace too bad. I was just going to be nothing but a menace. So came in and was disappointed that I couldn't go. I'd really have to have a powerful comeback to be able to race tomorrow. But you know, the biggest disappointment is I had a lot of great people here from Newcastle supporting me, checking in on me, helping us rebuild the kart. And it just didn't get better than that. You can't never underestimate the value of good friends, man. Just can't do it. So hopefully we'll hope for the best tomorrow, just not too optimistic. The lights are off on the track. We're winding things down. Todd's manning the grill over here, cooking up What we got? Burgers and brats?
Yeah.
Burgers and brats. Got all the fixings. More folks are coming over. Just a big shout out to everyone. It was a team effort to get Dad's kart back together for that race, and it was awesome to see it come together. Unfortunately, just it was really banged up, not able to carry on, but at least he tried. You know, he tried. Myself, pretty much the same story you guys are used to. Mediocrity. Moved up in the first race, moved backwards in the second race, so I don't think I really went anywhere results wise. It'll probably be, if I had to guess, 20th, that ballpark, starting tomorrow. Got some changes I want to make to the kart. Just need to free it up, but not exactly sure what change to make, so I'm gonna mull that over. So that's what I'm gonna leave you guys on, a little cliffhanger. What changes is Kacy gonna make for tomorrow's Sunday final? So tune in tomorrow to find out.
It's you.